Is MGF 1107, Chapter 10, Section 1. This deals with percents, decimals, and fractions. Alright, so it shouldn't be anything new to anybody. So, to change a fraction to a percent, we have to divide the numerator by the denominator. So I have to divide the numerator by the denominator to get a decimal. Then we multiply the decimal by 100 and add the percent sign. Here's example 1, page 564. Got 67 over 100. We take 67, divide by 100, we get 0.67, then multiply by 100 and get 67%. Letter B, we got 11 divided by 20, we get 0.55. Multiply by 100, we get 55%. 15 over 16, we get 0.9375. Multiply by 100, we get 93.75%. So you got to understand the relationship between a fraction, a decimal, and a percentage. Because, you may be given this and have to go here, maybe given this and have to go here, so on and so forth. This is converting a decimal to a percent. All we're doing is the second step here. We're not having to divide in order to get the decimal. The decimal is given to us. So all we do is take the decimal, multiply by 100. 0.14 times 100 is 14%. 0.893 times 100 is 89.3%. 0.7625 multiplied by 100 is 76.25%. It's the same thing. Some teachers may have taught it as moving the decimal 2 places to the left. Okay? All right. Example 3, we're converting a percent to a decimal number. So basically what happens is we take our percent, turn it to a whole number, divide by 100, reduce if we can. Okay? If we can, then basically use a calculator. Take 35, divide by 100, get 0.35. Here we take 69.8, divide by 100 to get 0.698. Here we take 1/2. Turn it to 0.05%, take 0.05, divide by 100, we get 0.005. So you're always taking the number, whole number of the percent divided by 100. Percent change. Percent change deals with taking the amount of the latest period minus the amount of the previous period. So what you get today, you subtract what you got yesterday from. Or what you got this month, you subtract what you got from last month. Or what you got this year, you subtract last year. And then you divide by the previous period. So it would be today's day minus yesterday's day divided by yesterday's day. All right. Go to example 5 in the book. It says in 2014, the Major League Baseball team with the most improved record for winning games was the Los Angeles Angels. In 2013, the Angels won 78 games. In 2014, the Angels won 98 games. Determine the percent increase in the number of games won by the Angels from 2013 to 2014. All right. So 98 games is what they won as the latest period. 78 games is what they won in the previous. So we take 98 minus 78, divide by 78, multiply by 100, we get 25.6%. All there is to it. You got to know this formula. Percent markup or markdown is pretty much kind of the same formula. Selling price minus dealer's cost divided by dealer's cost. So now you've got the percent markup if a dealer per se charges more than what they cost, which is what they usually do. Or you have the markdown in terms of the percent discount. And you multiply by 100. So example 7 in the book on page 567 says, Holdren Hardware stores pay $8.76 for glass fireplace screens. They regularly sell them for $79.88. At a sale, they sell them for $69.99. $69.99. determine the percent markup on the regular price and the percent markup on the sale price. Well, if we look at this right here, this is what they regularly sell for. This is what they pay. So you can see that we're going to take that 79.88, subtract 48.76 from it, divide by 48.76, we get 0.6382 times 100, and we get 63.82% markup. There's almost a 64% markup on that particular item. If we do the sell price, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the sell price of 69.99, subtract what it costs, 48.76, divide by what it costs. We get 0.4354 times 100, we get 43.5%. So even at the sell price, they're making 43.5% profit. This is problem example 8, which is markdown. It says to help get rid of its remaining 2016 calendars, Carden's Pharmacy reduces the price to $4. If Carden's cost per calendar was $5, and determine the percent markdown. We're doing the same thing. They're selling the calendars for $4. They paid $5. Divide by 5. You get negative 0.2, so they got a 20% markdown. See, whenever you get a negative value here, it's a markdown. Whenever you get a positive value, it's a markup. Last example problem I want to go over is example 9, page 568. It says Melissa wishes to buy a condo home for $189,000. To obtain the mortgage loan, she must pay 20% of the selling price as a down payment. Determine the amount of Melissa's down payment. Well, basically what happens here is we just take the 20%, turn it to a decimal. Remember, we can't use percents as whole numbers in math, so we convert them back to decimals. Then all we do is take that 0.2 times the selling price. We get $37,800. So she's got to make a down payment of $37,800.